Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have another unboxing. Okay, so if you watched my last video where I showed the Speedy and the pochette, then you know that I got both of those pieces for about $300. The Speedy was absolutely on my wish list. I didn't really think about getting the pochette accessoire just because I know that they're quite hard to come by, and I didn't know if I wanted to spend the money. Not to say everything I said in that video again, but I was able to get my wish list item without really quite paying for it. I mean, obviously I am paying for it because I had to trade in my Montaigne, which had a value, and they allowed me to put that value towards the bags since they couldn't order it for me. That means that I was able to get myself another wish list item for my birthday. I do turn 30. Well, from when I'm filming right now, it'll be this Thursday, but I think you're gonna see this the following week. So I decided to get myself this for my 30th birthday. My husband had been teasing me on the way to the mall that day where he's like, are you gonna buy a bag? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And we both agreed when we left Louis Vuitton that I technically did not buy a bag. So since it was a one in, one out kind of situation, I decided to go to Bottega after I left Louis Vuitton. You can see the Bottega bag right here. Now this technically won't be a proper unboxing because when I got there, they didn't have the exact bag that I was looking for. I was very interested in trying the eggplant and the space. So without much further rambling, I'll tell you how I got it in a minute. Here is the Teen Jodie in the space color. The reason I don't have a proper unboxing is because they actually had to order it. They did have the eggplant in store and it was beautiful, but it just wasn't what I wanted. You know when you know. And I tried it on, it was very pretty. It didn't have the same luster as some of the other leathers, like for example this one. And I don't know why, but I liked the shade of purple. I didn't love it enough to spend a considerable amount of money on it. So they did have another piece that was in the space color, so I was able to see it in person. I thought it was a gorgeous blue. I'm gonna have close-ups in the sun because I think my holding it up just doesn't really do it justice. It is the most beautiful, beautiful shade of, I suppose you'd call it navy. That's the closest I can think, but it really is gorgeous in the sunlight. I have already used it. So when they ordered it, it was technically considered an online purchase, which I think is really important. If you don't know about this from Bottega, if you buy something in store, you cannot do a straight up return. You can only return for store credit. If you order from them online, then I believe you have 30 days. Double check me on that. I think if you buy in store, you have 15 days to exchange. If you buy online, then you have 30 days you can actually do a straight up return and get your money back. Another thing about the Jodie bags, since it has like this beautiful folded leather, the thing is they can all be folded a little bit differently. I have seen ones where I'm like, nah, that's a little funky. And maybe it's just personal preference, but I would say give it a really good look over when you get it. I had to wait about a week before I could pick this up. It shipped to the store very quickly, but I don't live super close, so I had to wait a week before I could get in. I think they did like FedEx express shipping, and so it actually got to the store in 2 days. Now, to be clear, they did give me the option of shipping to my apartment, but frankly, I just feel way too anxious about doing that kind of thing. In my apartment building, we have had issues with packages being delivered to the wrong people, things going missing, and like, that is not something I want to worry about with a bag from Bottega, you know? It's a bag from Bottega. Like, I did do, I ordered something from Zara months ago, and it was sent to the wrong apartment building, and like, fortunately, it was just like a $30 order, and I was able to find the package because I looked everywhere for it. I went to a bunch of different buildings. but I was able to find it. I don't want to have to worry about that with a Bottega bag. So I had it shipped to the boutique. It was not a problem. The SA communicated with me when it arrived. So when I went to go pick it up, they did just have it, you know, in the plain cardboard box that it had been shipped in. They took it out, they let me look it over, and they put it in this dust bag and then in the bag. If you end up doing this, like if you want the full experience of unwrapping a box, and because I get it, like that is a lot of fun. I like packaging too. I didn't really think about it. I didn't know what she was gonna do when she said that she was gonna go wrap it up for me. Just in case you're interested, like you might want to ask them to put it in a box if you want them to do that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I got this home and I looked it over, I took out all the stuffing, I was a little bit anxious. I had some nerves about whether I had done the right thing, if I had just like doubled up too quickly. It took me over a year to double up on the peekaboo, and I love the peekaboo. So I looked it over. The zipper was a little bit stiff. That's one thing I want to say about the Team Jody, or really any of the Jody bags. The zipper might drive some people crazy, but I did do a review that I'll link below. In my experience, I don't really need to zip this bag up while I'm out. I actually used it yesterday, and I took it to 2 places that I would not recommend taking this bag. I used it to go thrifting, and like, for me, thrifting is like a sport. It is a like heavy weight kind of, I don't know where I'm going with that. It is intense, and I'm carrying a lot of stuff. Things are a little bit dirty, frankly, which is why it always has to get washed when I get home. Sorry, the clothes, not the bag. But, and then I took it to the grocery store. Again, 2 things I do not recommend doing. I was carrying my grocery cart on one arm, I had this bag on the other arm. I realized that there was like a sale on soups, and so I'm like loading up with a bunch of soup and trying to carry this bag. I managed. To give you an idea, I definitely managed to do it. There was no harm done, but I don't recommend using it in that way because it was a little bit annoying. That whole time, I just had it open. I did what I always do, and I started a story and I didn't really finish it. So I did have a minor freak out when I unboxed this at home. I was just a little bit anxious. I mean, I doubled up so quickly. I had accumulated a few things very quickly. It was unexpected, but I'm very happy I bought the Bottega Jody. It's so beautiful. Even with taking it to an inconvenient place, I loved using it. I love feeling it. Every time I see it, it makes me so happy. So I just wanted to clarify that. I'm very glad with this purchase. Okay, that is enough rambling about the Jody bag. That same day I picked up the Jody bag, I ended up going to Louis Vuitton and I picked up another wish list item. This is a proper unboxing. I don't think I've mentioned to anyone that I wanted this, but I can tell you, and this might give you a clue, Emma Anders is completely to blame for this. I love her, and she makes me spend money. Oh my goodness, that woman has some like mystical power the moment she turns on the camera, where it's like, ooh, you're gonna go spend all your money. Yes, I am, Emma, thank you. I ended up getting this because of her. I love these drawers. Absolutely love them. I'd wanted it for a little while. I'd been putting it off since it's obviously not a necessity, not that any of these things are, but I ended up getting the little agenda. I think it is so darn cute. So I started thinking about the agendas a couple months ago. Emma did a really great review where she compared like almost every single agenda thing they have. It was amazing, and it really got me thinking about it. I ended up getting just an inexpensive planner from Target to really think if I'm gonna use it, and I love that planner. Now I have to say, I don't think I'm gonna get the big Louis Vuitton agenda, mostly just because like I like the Target planner, and if I'm not happy with something that's $10, I think I'm good. Now, I'm a sucker for matching accessories. The Damier Ebene print is one of my favorite canvases, really just across like any house that does canvas, honestly. I like the button. I like that it has little card slots on the inside. I know some people have converted this to a wallet. My essay's really lovely. He is so sweet, and I can talk to him literally for hours. He double checked with their repair specialist in the back because I wanted to make sure I was opening and closing this correctly, because at first we were both struggling. But he did say, like, obviously you just press down on the tabs, and to close this you actually just pinch the rings closed. I did order some inserts, and I've been waiting all this time to put them in, just because there's no way that I could have done the ribbon as nicely as my essay did it. This was $450. I think this is one of the most versatile pieces that you can get from Louis Vuitton, and honestly it's a comparable size to a small wallet. I know that you can get like zippered insert pouches that you can put in here. I think this, you could even use it to like probably hold your passport. You could use this for so many things, and it's adorable, most importantly. So these were some gifts that I got myself for my birthday. Yeah, I really like the idea of getting myself something that I will hopefully be able to use forever. And speaking of forever, another thing I want to mention about the Teen Jody. As I've mentioned with my other videos, this now has a lifetime warranty attached to, like, associated with all of the leather bits. I'm sure if something went wrong with the zipper, I assume Bottega would fix that, but the warranty is specifically for the leather. So if something catches, if a stitch comes undone, if there's something wrong with one of these woven pieces, because I think this can be really intimidating. I mean, there's just so much gorgeous lambskin woven into this thing, and maybe something would go wrong, even though I have to say the vintage Bottega pieces I've seen are still stunning. So something I wanted to mention, especially when you order it online, they have to activate the lifetime warranty. There's some kind of chip thing. I don't know the details, but I saw her take her phone and kind of move it around the bag, like scanning around the bag. She found whatever it is that she was looking for, and this allowed her, like, she was going to add my information and deal with it. Sorry, I'm noticing something. Please hold. Okay, we're all good. I thought I saw something on the leather. It just caught my eye, and immediately I was just like, what's happening? What's going on? I need to focus on this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. How ironic would that be? I'm here talking about the leather and the warranty, and then I'm just like, what? So they just ask them to send you an email with the paperwork. They put in your information, they associate it with the bag. I haven't received my email yet. I'm gonna check back in with my essay. I know that she was getting ready to go on vacation, so I didn't want to badger her right before she went on vacation. If she said she's gonna send it to me, I'm sure it'll all get handled, but I'll probably text her in like a week if it hasn't gotten done by then. And I want to make sure also that they have the right email. People spell my name, my first name, or my last name wrong all the time. Often with like the Meghan, people leave out the H. So I'm gonna have to double check with that. Yeah, I'm just, I'm really excited to have these pieces. I want to put my paper into my agenda. Let me do that right now. So the reason I got this agenda, since I said I'm really happy with the planner that I have from Target, so maybe this seems like an odd purchase. When I travel, and I travel quite a bit, I'm a big fan of just pen and paper, making little notes for myself. When I've traveled abroad, I've usually not gotten any kind of like phone or data plan or something. Now, obviously I can use it when I'm connected to Wi-Fi, but I'm such a dork. Like, I love to draw maps and like to all the places I would go around my hotel, thinking about like what kind of transport I would use going from the airport or to specific like museums, whatever it is that I'm doing. I actually like to write those things out, make little maps for myself just in case something goes wrong with my phone. I I was born in the 90s, like this kind of thing is normal to me. It's weird to think about relying on technology too much, even though thank goodness for Google Maps, that's all I can say, because I do have an atlas in my car and I really hope to never really need it. But I like to write all those things out for myself. I'm going on a family vacation next week. I want to have all of that stuff written out. I also really like to go camping, and in the mountains you often don't have Wi-Fi, you don't always have phone signal. So I'm gonna write out some of the things that I'm looking for. Yeah, just like times and things, like when do attractions open up? And this is perfect for fitting in the Speedy, and obviously they look really cute together. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching my unboxing. I do have my family vacation next week, so I don't know how much I'm going to be posting, but I'm hoping to get some video footage of it because we're going out into the mountains. It should be a lot of fun. But I do have a couple tag videos coming up. There's a few other reviews. I might do like a no spend November just to kind of reset and think about what I want, make sure I'm not buying too quickly, because I did get a few wishlist pieces much quicker than I expected because of how Louis Vuitton like handled the whole Montaigne situation. That worked out really, really well. I'm still so impressed and happy with how they handled that. I feel really happy to have connected with an SA that I can talk to so easily. So again, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hello, welcome back to the la la la. Okay. We're fine.